So hey you guys, the other day I listened to The First Doctor's Adventures Volume 3. This is a 2-episode set with The Phoenicians by Mark Platt and TikTok World by Guy Adams. And well, we'll start with the first one, The Phoenicians. In ancient time, the Phoenician civilization commands the oceans, but times are turbulent. The young king's quarrel with his sister threatens to divide the nation. On perilous seas, Ian becomes Princess Elisa's favourite, while Susan and Barbara face losing their freedom. In the city, the Doctor falls foul of King Figminin, and they reach dangerous shores. The travellers fight to survive as legends become history. Now, this is a historical one, obviously, because this is what Doctor Who of the time was known for, is historical stories. And this really does feel like a story set in that time period. And it works. It works in that sense. Yes, it is not the most gripping of stories. Yes, it is not the most, adventurous. But it works in audio because they don't have to build the big fancy sets. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it is like a groundbreaker that is going to make you, ooh, but I would listen to it again. And I probably will. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Cast-wise, it had, obviously, David Bradley in there. Claudia Grant as Susan. Jamie Powell as Barbara Wright. Jamie Glover as Ian Chesterton. Ajaz Adwad, sorry if I say any of these names wrong, as Princess Elisa of Tyre. Joe Ben Ayad as King of Tyre. I can't say that one. Pigrimlin. I'm dyslexic, so excuse it. Aaron Ben. Yeah, it had an interesting cast list. Like I say, it's not the most revolutionary story, but they've done a really good job of capturing the era and the style of the 1960s Doctor Who, which is kind of what you want from this. But obviously, they can go that a little bit further with the production, because you can't see it. Like you can't see me. Haha. Hi guys. Yeah. So really, this I enjoyed. I had fun with this one. So what would I rate this story? I would give this I'd give this a B+. Because like I say, it's fun to listen to, but maybe not the most sort of gripping of stories. Right. So the next in this series is TikTok World by Guy Adams. When disaster befalls the TARDIS, its occupants find themselves in a bizarre location somewhere between space and time. Desperate survivors hide among ruins, greedy scavengers, creatures hunt new prey, and ghosts scream out warnings across time. And all the while a mysterious woman watches the TARDIS crew, known as Sure as Tok follows Tick. Their terrible fate awaits them. Yeah, this one, okay, this feels like Censor Rights. It's that kind of story. It's acceptable. It has that 60s feel to it. Again, maybe not the most gripping of stories, but it does have an interesting cameo appearance. The woman is Caroline Ford, who played the original Barbara, and obviously the woman is more than she appears, and you kind of get the feeling that this is some kind of Barbara, Susan coming back from somewhere. But yeah, I really did. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it is, different, but it's fun, and that's what you want from these stories. I listened to it. I could follow the plot. It had a beginning, a middle, and an end, and I think the portrayal of the era, because this is what the important thing to me is, that they portrayed. They didn't do it when Moffat brought this Doctor back and put him in New Who. They made him into a bit of a weirdo, yeah, and that kind of spoiled the character a little bit for a new generation. This is how it should be done, because this feels like the good old days of black and white 1960s Doctor Who. And I will say that when people maybe criticise these stories for not being that big of scope, if you really look back at the stories that they had, they were they were done on very cheap budgets with very small sets, and they did some amazing work with what they had. And I also want to just say, I know this is off the plot, but I've over the years read synopsises for all these missing episodes. And now and again when they actually turn up, I don't know whether you find the same, but you watch them and you go, it was better in my head. Yeah? We still love them, we still want to find them, but sometimes the version I had in my head from reading the synopsis was a lot better. Yeah? But anyway, that's a different story, and I might do a video on that. Who knows? So yeah, there we go. So this one, I would give this one a B minus, because it's not as good as the other one, but it's still there. As an overall set, if you're going to be picking this up, would I recommend it? Yes, I would say definitely pick this up, have a bit of fun with it. It's definitely well worth the listen. And also, I want them to do more of these. I like this version of the first Doctor. I like their version of the third Doctor. I wish they'd just sort out the second Doctor and get an actual person to imitate him and do it properly, rather than getting Fraser Hines to do it badly. Sorry, Fraser, but you do. Anyway, that's it really. Hope you've enjoyed this. It would be nice if you could press the subscribe buttons and things like that. It would really help the channel. We're really trying to get this going. I throw these Doctor Who ones in here now and again for those of you out there that still care about Doctor Who and still care about the classic series like I do. So yeah, hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. And I will kind of see you in the next video. Bye now.